everybody, it's Danny here. It is Monday night and I have Way of the Panda to unbox for all of you. Way of the Panda is a worker placement style game. As part of the Cool Mini or Not Expo's swag bag this year. This along with Godfather as well as Zombicide promos, Besieged promos, and a promo figure pack for Council of Four. In Way of the Panda, you are the head of one of the Panda clans. You must send your champions across the land to develop their strength, accomplish noble quests, and rebuild your great cities. Your guards are essential in supporting the actions of your champions and in fighting back against the treacherous ninjas. Collect strength and quest tiles, defeat the dreaded brigands, and construct buildings throughout the Panda lands. Just be sure to keep a watchful eye on your position on the action point track. It is the savviest Panda clan that uses their guards efficiently and their champions with deadly precision. That's literally just what it says on the back of the box. That's all. Really, all I do is just read the back of the box. So I did not get a chance to demo this at CMON Expo, unfortunately. There was just never an opening for it. So, thankfully it was free. I didn't have to pay for it. I like that even better. It's an automatic win in my book. Got the rule book here. And just go over the rule summary on the back. The phases of the game, you select an action. The player whose clan marker is the first on the turn order track selects an action on the game board. To select an action, you must place your guards on an action space. You can place guards on the same space you previously selected, or in a space that is to the right or below your previous turn. Then you place guards. Place the requisite amount of guards on the corresponding action space. Pay action points. You take your action, and you pass to the next player. Actions you can take are movement. You move a champion across the road. Champions can only move if they are strong enough to cross the number of ninjas that are on the chosen road. After crossing a road, the player can cover one ninja on the traveled road with a guard. Once all the ninjas on a road have been defeated, place a road tile with the appropriate number of guards printed on it and return the guards to the respective players. Construct buildings. Increase strength. Increase the strength value of a champion by providing them with specific strength tiles. Character quests. Transport a miniature. Sell a chest and recover action points. Evade ninjas. Defeat additional ninjas and acquire victory points. And the end of the game ends when either a player places the 5th city base on the map board, or a player places the last available building on the map, or a city becomes the second capital, a capital with all 3 buildings on a city base. When one of these in-game conditions occurs, the game proceeds until the end of the current round. Then, before the scoring phase, the players return their guards from the game board for the last time, adjusting their clan markers on the action point track. Final scoring. At the end of the game, add the following victory points to your current score on the victory point track. VP from your strength and quest tiles. And for an expert game, VP gained from any end of the game bonus mandate cards. In the case of a tie, the player with more AP wins the game. If the tied players have the same amount of AP, they share the victory. So I did watch some of the review videos for this, and it sounds like a lot of fun. From what I could see at the expo, it looks like a lot of fun. I am really looking forward to getting this one to the table and getting it played. My wife looked it up, and it sounds like something I could get her to play through a couple games with me, so that way we both have a good understanding of the rules before having anyone else over to play. Well, we've got our clan cards here. So we got yellow, I guess either gray or silver. We're gonna go gray. Call it gray. Orange and purple. Then we've got some of our tokens here, and more tokens and counters. Now we're getting into the game parts of the game board. So we've got the looks like the mandates, the victory point track, action track, and here is the actual game board itself. There we are. Nice looking board. It's the kind of quality that we've all come to expect from CMON. So we've got our action and building cards and mandates during the game, and then at the back it has end of the game, so we'll open both of those up and go through all of that. And of course, one of the things that always gets my attention with almost any game, miniatures. I guess you could say I'm a little bit of an addict. Just, a lot of a bit. I have a little bit of a problem. I am a whore for miniatures games. And I will almost always bypass a game if it doesn't have miniatures with it. That being said, if someone comes over to my house, or I'm meeting up, going to a game night or something like that, and someone wants to play a game that doesn't have miniatures with it, I'm totally fine playing it. I just don't tend to buy them unless I really enjoyed playing it the first couple of times. So something like Ethnos. I played that at CMON Expo, and at first I, went right past it, didn't really give it a second thought until they demoed it, and I jumped in on the demo, and that is a lot of fun. Same goes with Potion Explosion. I just bought Potion Explosion, and that's another one that I just looked over, didn't really think too much about it until I actually played it. Is that going to change for me? No. I'm still going to pass over a game unless it, until I play it, unless it has miniatures with it. Because, getting back into playing RPGs, miniatures have more purposes outside of the game they came with. So in here we've got our city and dojo and shrines, as well as tiles for those to go on, and then we've got our clan figures. So we got our counters, then looks like workers and the warriors here, the guards. So we'll get these back in their box. See if I can get this box back inside the box. All right. Let's get these little cards open first. And you know what, while I'm at it, let me see what the little cards are actually called, so I'm calling them the right thing. Alright, so it's our city cards and our building cards. and then the larger ones are the mandates. As for the figures, the larger figures are the champions. The smaller ones are the guards. I'll take those back out again in a minute and go over those one more time. So we've got our city cards that have different actions, different things you can choose on there. And we'll go over what each of these symbols are. Just need to locate them in the rule book. Some people like to research and do things like that before doing anything like this. Not me. I like to wing it. Is it always the best idea? No. Usually not. But that's how I roll. There we go. Alright, so coins, swords, bracelets, increase strength, and helping your champions complete quests come from these cards: the lamps, the chests, and the masks. The number inside the red circle with the gold border is the victory points. So if you sell, say you sell the chest for victory points, then you can get 6, 4, 3, whatever number of victory points it states on there. These allow you to recover action points. And so this you're gaining victory points and evading or moving. Transport a champion. So yeah, you're moving your champion on those. And then these are just the buildings you can construct. So the towers, the shrines, and I want to say temple. The market. Okay. So we've got the gate, the market, and pagoda. So we use those to make up your cities. And take these back out once more. Get a better look at all of these. So we've got our city tiles right here. So then your pagoda, your gate, and markets will all just go on onto here to build cities. And then we've got our champions, our guards, and our little coins we use for counters for the victory points to keep track of the action points we have available. Boxes everywhere. Yeah, rum and bones on one side and Way of the Panda stuff on the other. So yeah, that is it for the unboxing. For setting up the game, it's pretty simple. So you place the mat board at the center of the table and the game board in a position accessible to all players. The game board is the one that has the victory point tracker and the action point track on it. You shuffle all 8 city cards, then randomly remove 2 cards and place them back in the box. Put the remaining 6 cards face up in a line on the table. You shuffle the 6 initial building cards with the building images, the gate, the pagoda, and the market. Face down, then place 1 card on each location with an initial building symbol shown on the map board. You turn them all face up, then replace each card with the appropriate building. You place the remaining building miniatures and bases in a position that's easily accessible for all players. Each player chooses a color and takes the 3 champions as well as their guards. You do 10 guards for 2 players, 9 guards for 3 players, and 8 guards for 4 players. A set of 10 road tiles, 3 clan markers, and a clan sheet. Then you select a number of strength tiles and quest tiles based on the player count. So for a 4-player game, you'll have 8 strength and 12 quest. 3 players you'll have 6 and 9, and 2 players you'll have 2 and 6. Each player places 1 clan marker near the turn order track, 1 clan marker on the 6 space on the victory point track, and 1 clan marker on the 4 space on the action point track. The clan marker on the victory point track may never move below the 0 space. It does make a special note of that in the rule book. So it means there is a way for you to either lose victory points from the ninjas or from other players causing you to lose victory points. Randomly select a first player. So usually we'll do everyone that comes over, we all have dice, so we'll just roll a d6, determine the first player. In turn order, players place a number of guards on the map board covering a ninja on a road. You cannot place your guard on a road with only 1 ninja or on a road with another player's guard. So you have 3 guards each for 2 players, 2 guards each for 3 players, 1 guard each for 4 players. When placing multiple guards in a 2 or 3 player game, take turns placing guards. Do not place all of your guards at once. Starting with the last player and going in reverse turn order, each player places their monk in a village on the map board. After all the monks have been placed, each player places their governor in a regular turn order, and then after all governors, each player places their warrior in reverse turn order. So if you ever played, if you ever done a Magic the Gathering draft, kind of works like that. You go left, right, left. Same idea. I'm not gonna, step number 11 for the setup is for the expert game. You randomly draw 2 bonus mandate cards, 1 during the game card and 1 end of game card, and place them on the spaces provided. And then we get into playing the game, which is just a more in-depth version of the summary that I read from the back of the instruction booklet. So our mandates for the expert game, which I honestly don't know how often they will be getting used in any games I play. For the first 3 or 4, probably not. After that, it really depends on who's playing with me. Like if Chris Francis ends up playing, because he got the game as well with his swag bag. If he and I end up playing a lot, and my wife jumps in, and maybe Chris Gilmore, then we'll probably end up including the mandates every once in a while. If it's a regular game night and people are showing up, then we're just gonna do it without the mandates, just to get so everybody gets a feel for the game and it doesn't seem like too much for the first time players. So, our during the game mandates, separate these out. During the game mandates, first player to complete a 4-road loop of markets connected with their road tiles and or neutral road tiles, 10 victory points. First player to complete a 4-road loop of gates connected, that's another 10. First player to complete a 4-road loop of pagodas is 10. First player to build 4 gates. Place one of your guards here to keep track of the gates when you have... Let's try that again, because reading is not working for me. Place one of your guards here to keep track of the gates you have constructed. When placing a guard here, you always start from the first position. That's 10. First player to build 4 markets is 10. First player to build 4 pagodas. First player to connect 2 opposite sides of the map. That is 15 points right there. First player to connect the 3 numbered locations. So we got the different spots numbered on this one. That would be 20 points. And then once per round, you may spend your turn placing a guard on one of these special actions. Each space can contain only 1 guard. Guards placed here cannot be removed until all spaces are full. Then the guards return to their respective owners. After that, discard this bonus mandate. So there we go. That is during the game. End of the game. The player with the most road tiles of their color on the map is 25. 3 champions in the same city. 3 champions in the same capital. There's 15 and 30 respectively. No connected sides of the map, -5. 2 connected sides of the map is 10. That's positive 10. So 10 in the right direction. 3 connected sides of the map is 20, and 4 is 30. Player with the most guards on road tiles of their color on the map is 25. Player with the greatest distance between 2 of their champions linked by their own road tiles, that is 25 again. Player with the most guards around a capital or city, 15 per location. Player with the longest network of gates connected with their road tiles and or neutral road tiles is 2 per gate. And player with the longest network of markets connected with the road tiles or neutral road tiles is 2 again. Last one is player with the longest network of pagodas connected with their road tiles or neutral tiles is again 2 per pagoda. So there you have it, folks. That is everything that comes with Way of the Panda. I'm really looking forward to playing this one. It's got just enough with it that it's not going to be too much of a hassle getting it to the table. It seems fun enough that I feel like almost anyone that comes over will be playing it. I'm fairly confident that I can get my wife to play it some with me, just to go for 2-player mode. Gives us a little more of a break from Smash Up. That Smash Up is her absolute favorite right now, apart from Mansions of Madness, and I don't have any of the stuff for the conversion kit for mansion, so all my stuff is still first edition, so I can't use the app with it. And so with that, we don't play my copy a whole lot because of that. But this is something that I definitely feel like will get to the table quite a bit. They'll be up there with Blood Rage and Grim Force for me. Both of those see play quite a bit at my house, especially Grim Force. It is probably my favorite Kickstarter game currently. We'll see how long that holds true with stuff like Hellboy coming out next week. CMON has Arcade Quest Riders. That's going to be a short, I think, 5-day Kickstarter. It's like the 22nd through the 27th or something like that. So it's going to be a short one. Cool Mini's next big Kickstarter, or at least Eric Lang's next big Kickstarter, is going to be a Cthulhu themed one. Basically, you have the chance of going up and punching Cthulhu in the face. Who doesn't want that opportunity? In that, I expect to die and lose a lot, but just for the opportunity to kill Cthulhu is totally worth it. Yeah, there's lots of good stuff coming out this year, both on Kickstarter and regular retail. All of it, a lot of it, I'm looking forward to, and a good bit of it you'll end up seeing on here on this channel. But with that, that is the contents of Way of the Panda, and I know I am behind on getting some gameplay and how to play videos up, but this is definitely one that probably next week when I get back from vacation, see if I can get the guys over and at least get a 2-player, maybe 3-player game going for us all to get the rules down and then get that recorded so that way all of you can see how the game is played, and what kind of dumbass banter goes into us playing together. But that's it. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Get more subscribers. More people that watch, the more videos I'll do. And with that, hope everyone has a great week.